We're here cooking again. I'm in my boxers. We're all family, right? Don't pay no attention to it. It's how I walk around my house. So I was talking. Y'all watch this shit. I'm getting good at this. I'll probably fuck up now. Let's see. Gotta have fun with shit, man. Put a little love into it. Don't know why damn Asians and Chinese people and stuff, they get into all their cooking, man. They throw their food and stuff around, and it's a passion for them. They love it. That's energy, man. You're putting love into it, okay? You're putting passion into it. How you do anything is, how you do things affects it. It affects how the outcome that you have. All right, so put some love into your food, man. Put a little care into it. Like them old timers, you know, they used to put a lot of hard work into it. They made everything from scratch and dug it out of the garden. They grew their food and dug it up. They worked for it, and they had a lot of they had to care for it, literally in the raising process and in the process of processing it into food, canning things, and all that. So. That's just a little something, you know, help you out. You feeding your kids, or feeding your family, or feeding yourself, or whatever. Love what you're doing. What the hell is that? But so I got a message this morning from one of Jean's family members. I wanted to. She said some things I wanted to share on them. She talked about how he come to her in a dream and told her that his death was not painful and everything was beautiful where he was at. And she wasn't sure if that was actually him or just a dream or whatever. Well, I would like to reassure her that was Gene speaking to you. He's not come to me in a dream, but I very much, after he passed away, I very much felt his presence. I would look up to the sky and talk to the man. And occasionally, I mean, I still do. Just think about him or something. So I was thinking about that. It's funny she said that, because I've been thinking about that, and that was one of the things I wanted to talk about, and I forgot to get it in my last video. How his death was, he kind of, the way he passed on was the way he lived his life, man. When it was time to do something, from what I knew of him, he didn't waste no time with nothing. He didn't hesitate. He didn't second guess himself. He didn't rethink stuff. He's like, okay, we're gonna do it. He would lay awake all night thinking about what he wanted to do. But then when it was time to do it, he done it. Okay, and that's kind of how he was when he passed away. You know, when it was time for him to go, he didn't waste time around with it and beat around the bush or nothing. He just went. And I think personally, I think that was a very fitting way for him to go. And you know, it wasn't painful or nothing. I just never got the feeling that he really suffered or anything. And here's something that I just remembered before he passed away. I remember me and him had that little separation trial, that little period there where we separated, and I got to a point where I separated from him. I didn't want him up there telling me what to do, pointing around all this stuff, and having control of me and my body anymore. And I encouraged him, so I started encouraging him. I was like, you need to go spend time with your family, you know, go spend time with your family. And he never would. He liked sitting up there on the mountain. He loved his own time, and I understand, because I'm the same way, all right? I love my own time. Being with myself. So anyways, then he had that heart attack, and you know, he had no choice. He didn't have a choice after that. That was close. That worked out just right. A little bit longer, I burnt my rice. So he had a heart attack, and he didn't have any other choice. He had to sit down there with his family, and I think that, you know, everything happens for a reason. So I think that was a way for him, probably all of his family, to come in there and see him and everything before he passed on. I think that was a very good thing. And in the way he handled it, the way he handled the heart attack and everything, he just recovered. He was happy. I got a chance to. I wish I'd have got down there and saw him again. I know there was times I wanted to, and I didn't get down there. I'm kind of bad about that. Feeling like wanting to go see somebody or something and then not doing it. I need to do that. Gene wasn't like that. If he had a feeling to call somebody or connect with somebody, he did. He would pick the phone up and he didn't hesitate one bit about it. He'd just do it, and he didn't care if it was aggravating him or not. If he got that feeling, that call in his heart, God, wanted him to do something, he done it. And I don't know, I love that about Gene. That was one of his just a very great quality that he had there. He knew how to interact with people and get things done. Even if he aggravated people a little bit, he didn't. It wasn't in a damaging way, as far as he knew how to maintain good relations with people, and still push and nudge people, so that they don't be lazy. Because there's a lot of damn lazy people these days. You kind of gotta be that way these days. Probably always been like that. I'd say that's why he was so good at it, honestly. But I don't know. I got to go down there and sit with him once. I think once or maybe twice. He was down there with his family and everything, and he looked. I didn't know how he'd be down there, just because I know he always told me he loved being up there on the mountain away from all the drama and everything. But honestly, I think he fit right in with it. He looked good. He was happy and being around everybody. There just before he passed away. So I'm glad I got to at least get down there once and see that. That was about it. I wanted to. I was wanting to get that in my last video. Like I say, I just kind of forgot about that until I got that message this morning, well, I don't know. That's how God works, right? So, right, there's another thing I can throw in there. Gene Beard, I remember he'd always teach you something. He would say, right. He'd tell you something. Right. And, you just agree with him. Right. Yeah, Gene, I guess. So I don't know if I ever done that before or not. I might have done that before, but not the way I do now. Now, every time I do it, I think of Gene. I do that a lot in my videos. I'll be talking and I say, yeah, this and right. Because it's right. If it's right, it's right. When you know something, you know it. And that's how Gene was. He knew a lot of stuff. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to share that a little bit with you. Take care.